And welcome back to the Northeast Florida Surf Fishing Forecast. And as you can see, the surf is up, and it will be the next few days. The front has moved through, and the winds in Jax Beach late Thursday afternoon were northeast, 20 to 25 miles an hour. So we went from 2-foot surf up to about 4-foot surf real fast. Water still looks good, guys. Don't know how long that'll last if this wind keeps up. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if the pier was open, I would be out there for sure, because in weather like this, big whiting, pompano, and a big black drum cruise in the shallow waters. Much easier to fish from a pier when it's rough like this versus the beach. You don't have to worry about the surf, the big surf hitting your line constantly when you're just fishing straight up and down. But until the pier's done, we'll be fishing from the surf, guys. That's just how it is right now. As I was saying, the surf's up, and it's going to be up probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Friday, they're calling for northeast winds, 15 to 20, higher gust. And we come into Saturday, the day of the Florida Surfcasters tournament. Guys, you can fish that from 6:30 in the morning, as long as you can make it in by weigh-in and be in line by 3:30. So that's what time weigh-in stops, is 3:30. But you're looking at Saturday, northeast 20 to 25. It'd be great if the forecast would change, and it still could change. But with northeast forecast, what I've always seen in the past is usually it doesn't decrease, it increases. So we may be looking at even stronger winds on Saturday. And coming into Sunday, east at 15 straight. So if you aren't fishing a tournament and you're trying to decide which day you'd like to fish the surf, I would say Sunday would be the better day with that straight east wind. Northeast wind, you're going to have a strong north to south current. Straight east wind, it usually slows down the current. In fact, it'll be an in and out, more east to west current, if that makes sense, to where you throw out and doesn't move north or south really. The sooner it switches over to straight east, the sooner that north to south current will slow down. And with that wind, the surf will still be up probably 3 to 4 foot. So on Sunday, what you want to do, and what I would do, is fish the outgoing tide, because you'll have high tide around noon. So around 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock, the outgoing tide should really reveal the slough, and you'll be able to fish that pretty good. For the Surfcasters, which is Saturday, guys, we've talked about it a few times. You got a high tide like at 11:22 in the morning. So like with Jax Beach in that video, it's completely flat. Low tide, it's flat. So when the tide comes in and it's high tide, where are you throwing? You're just throwing on flat beach, and even with Sputniks, they may hold, but it's flat, and you really want structure in this. I call it structure, sloughs or cuts to hold these fish. So if you got a good spot that has a nice slough, you might want to fish it Saturday if you're in that tournament on the high tide. Now, if you can fish in the area and fish a little bit longer until 3, and then rush over to the weigh-in, you'll actually get about 3 hours of the outgoing. So that might be the thing to do. If I fish it, I do believe that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably fish from about 11 to say 2:45. That way I get decent outgoing tide bite. Hopefully I'll have the Sinker Guys Sputniks. They should hold, hopefully, as long as the wind's not blowing 30 miles an hour. If it's blowing 30, I probably won't fish it. But we'll see. Hopefully the water stays clean. We'll have a water report up Friday, which is tomorrow, very soon. I'm filming this, was it about 11:50 at night? So Saturday, good luck, guys, for all those fishing it. Hopefully the winds will back off tomorrow and Friday and allow us all to catch a lot of fish and weigh in a lot of fish. You need to go to their website, Florida Surf Anglers, because there's a list of rules that you need to follow. Beach only, no inlets, no piers, no river, beach only. And you can't start fishing until 6:30, so follow those rules. As far as what's been biting the last few days, black drum. Got some nice black drum in the surf. Using a Carolina rig, 3 3-ounce storm sinker with about an 18-inch leader. I think I had a 2-watt J-hook, owner J-hook SSW. And caught some nice drum. Biggest was 23 inches using live shrimp. The trout bit earlier in the week. Not many, but a few. Water was dirty most of the week, and it finally cleared up Wednesday afternoon before the wind switched. And of course today it blew pretty strong, 15 to 25 all day today. So talked to a few people who actually tried to fish the surf on the low tide, and they said they didn't bring Sputniks, but they said they were using 4 and 5 and 6 ounce pyramids, and they weren't able to hold bottom. So that's not too good. But if you can get out there and fish, there should still be some pompano. I've still been getting good reports south of Jacksonville, so I don't think the main school has made it here yet, unless they've just completely bypassed this area. Still bluefish in the surf, still whiting, like I said, drum, speckled trout. One thing this little northeaster's gonna do, it'll stir up that surf, hopefully create us some new sloughs and cuts. So, you know, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, as the wind backs off, look for those sloughs and cuts, fish them. There should be some reds around. Mullet are showing up in the surf, so the reds will be right behind them. Sand flea report, not a whole lot in Jack's Beach, but once you go south Jack's Beach and into Ponte Vedra, a lot more sand fleas, guys. Tons of coquina, the little donax. I call them coquina donax. I don't know what's the proper name, but the donax, plenty of those in Jack's Beach. And in fact, the drum, when I clean them, their stomachs are full of them. So it wouldn't hurt when you're making your rigs to put, you know, purple, light pink, even white beads to resemble this coquina, because you might catch a drum. They like that color. They're eating it. So that's that. There were pogies in the surf this week in Jack's Beach, and we saw what looked to be kings and jacks crushing them. These were too big to be Spanish, so I'm assuming they're kings. I saw my cousin got a 50-pound king somewhere in Jack's Beach off his boat. So there's some big boys around, and water is now 74, came up 2 degrees in Jack's Beach, 73 in Fernandina, 76 in Flagler. So we're in a good range still water-wise for pompano and everything else. So let's see what that surf does. Hopefully I'll see you at the tournament if I fish it. If not, catch a big one and let me know how you do. And don't forget, May 22nd, which will be next week, we have our seminar, surf fishing seminar. Me and Chip are putting it on, the sinker guy. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll be down next to the Jack's Beach Pier. So far, I think we're up to over 80 people that are coming. So let us know. There'll be some goodies involved. You won't be disappointed. So with that being said, we'll see you tomorrow afternoon with a live update from the beach. And until then, tight lines, guys.